Imagine a young man, barely in his 20s, risking his life to protect Prophet Muhammad by sleeping in his bed while his enemies search for him. This man is Ali ibn Talib, who is one of the most pivotal figures in Islam.
Welcome. In today's episode of the Chronicles of Islam podcast, we'll be exploring a detailed biography of Ali's life, which is characterized by a legacy of bravery and commitment. This has ultimately shaped Islamic history for centuries to come and has even sparked tension within the Muslim community today. In order to understand Ali's significance on Islam, we must first dive into his early background that made him the person he was. To begin, Ali grew up in the household of Abu Talib in Mecca, which used to look like this, and now looks like this. So Abu Talib was Muhammad's uncle, meaning that him and Ali fostered a very close relationship since childhood. Muhammad even went on to adopt Ali when he was around 5 years old in order to help his uncle's family during a famine that struck Mecca. This close bond even led to Ali being the second person after Khadija to believe in Muhammad's mission, with that making him the first male figure to accept Islam after Muhammad first received his revelation. As Ali grew older, he went on to marry Fatima, who was the Prophet's daughter, and together they had Hassan and Hussein, who were the only grandchildren that survived to adulthood. Now we'll be moving on to Ali's significance on Islam, which was primarily demonstrated by his close companionship with the Prophet. Over time, Ali was constantly helping the Prophet and was appointed to certain tasks. These tasks include dangerously sleeping in the Prophet's bed during the migration to Medina in order to trick the Quraysh who were after him, which I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. He also served as Muhammad's secretary and deputy during the Medinan period, where he drafted very important documents such as the Treaty of Hudaybiyah, which was a major peace agreement among the Quraysh. He also possessed a military role where he led the Muslim army, where he served as a standard bearer in battles such as Badr and Kibar. This is a map I found that shows a visual display of where Kibar and Badr are located on a map. One of the major divisions between the Sunni and the Shia sect in Islam is that the Shia strongly contend that Ali was the rightful successor after Muhammad passed away. Now I'll be pinpointing several events that must be analyzed in order to understand why the Shias believe this. The first is during the last year of the Prophet's life, where Ali was entrusted to recite the final surah of the Quran, which was revealed as Surah Al-Baqarah, reinforcing his central role in Islam. Being chosen for such an important task reinforced Ali's spiritual authority and his position as one of the Prophet's closest companions. This gave the Shias the rationale that he was worthy of being the caliph. Another crucial event that Shias reference to is Ghadir Khan. This was during Muhammad's farewell pilgrimage, when Muhammad took Ali by the hand and asked his followers if he was the most respected and important among his believers. What ended up happening is that the crowd agreed and Muhammad declared Ali as his Mawla, which meant that he had a special position of leadership similar to Muhammad himself. This connects to Shia Muslims, referring to the verse 567 in the Quran, which says that Muhammad was required to announce an important message for the people, which is interpreted as the claim of Ali being the rightful successor, or else he wouldn't have completed his mission. So despite all this evidence that proves that Ali was worthy of being the rightful caliph, he was not appointed, and this was largely due to there being no formal instructions on succession after the Prophet passed away. This led to the event at the Saqifa of Banu Sa'id, where Abu Bakr was elected as the first caliph, when Ali and his other family members were focused on preparing the Prophet's body for burial. It is clear that Abu Bakr's election was largely due to political rivalries amongst clans within the Quraysh, since Abu Bakr came from a relatively low-profile clan, which was seen as a politically safe choice. This is a photo that demonstrates the succession following Abu Bakr. So to wrap the episode up, it is clear the debate over Ali's succession has had a long-lasting impact on Islamic society, primarily fueling the Shia-Sunni branch divide that lives in modern Muslim communities all throughout the world. The tension remains due to the Shia's strong belief of Ali's divine right as the first imam, whereas Sunnis uphold Abu Bakr's legitimacy as the rightful caliph. I will leave listeners with the question of whether they think Islam's history would have gone differently if Ali was appointed as the official rightful caliph. Thank you for listening to my podcast, and I hope you guys tune back in for the next episode of the Chronicles of Islam podcast.